Hello and welcome to episode 5 on Settra. This is a legendary campaign on patch 6.3. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to try to get as many settlements as we can from Volkmar, because he's at war with Wurzag, and Wurzag has got a lot of armies. He's coming in for the kill, and we just want to take whatever's left. So this is one of those salvage operations where I'm hopeful that Wurzag just wants one enemy and not two, and he doesn't come against me. But in the meantime, I figured that Settra has some time to teleport and fight the Crown of Nehekhara, to fight one quest battle. In this case, I'm feeling more confident with the Crown of Nehekhara. It does say violent defeat, but usually on these battles it's slightly different. There's a lot of reinforcements and positioning, so let's watch.
Today, we dispatch these faithless barbarians, these petty thieves, in tribute to Jaff, the god of war and death. He will feast as the jackal does, and grow fat on their souls. For who dares stand before Settra in defiance of his will? I am the King of Kings, the imperishable, and I will see my crown returned.
After that inspiring speech, who wouldn't be ready? So let's do note that I do not see these units. I'm planning to deploy over there with my infantry and just move units towards the wooded areas because, as he said, there might be some ambushes. And in fact, those units are completely unknown to me. These units as well, that's where the hell cannons are, but that's why I'm going to send some units to check what is over there. These carrion units, they discovered that the hell cannons are not entirely unprotected. They have some marauder with great weapons, and I'm just dropping the bombs on them to make it easier for me to attack. This way I can attack both of the cannons, and if he comes over against me, well, they can fight out a little bit. Of course, I'm sending reinforcements to their position, but at least what I wanted is the hell cannons completely thwarted. You can see my chariots coming in on the back. They will be met by some Chaos Knights, but not all of them. He cannot intercept all of them, and all that I need is like one or two to deal a huge blow to that entrenched position here with the Hell Cannons. At the same time, attacking with my Casket of Souls on the infantry units, as I hope you saw the shot there. And yep, chariots shouldn't really go into wooded areas, but in this case there is no threat whatsoever. Just infantry units. They're good against anti-infantry, and they're buffed by Settra, so overall these units are really terrifying to meet on the battlefield. Yep, so we'll have a few more skulls. So this is 2 units, if not mistaken, that I'm sending here of chariots. So yeah, they can do just fine. All the while, yeah, that is controlled. That area is controlled, so oh my goodness. As I was saying before being rudely interrupted by Settra's awesomeness. As I was saying, the Hell Cannons are destroyed, and now we got rid of this infantry. Nehekharan Warriors against Chaos Warriors. It's actually not a bad fight for them. I'm sending in just some Tomb Guards because I have them available, and of course I'll reinforce with my Cambrian War Sphinx whenever needed. He's bringing in some Chaos Knights, which of course will be met by a real charge of chariots. Oh man, I'm so hoping for my kids to go to sleep normally, because I wake up and I'm so tired because of all the waking up during the night. But yeah, we're challenging the Marauder Horsemen here with javelins, their missile cavalry. Of course, we gotta send someone to them so that they stop firing for the most part, and they're trying to engage in melee, and that's terrifying for them. So my Cambrian War Sphinx doing some damage. Everyone is surrounded here. And that's a good job. This is why you shouldn't fear these quest battles for the most part. They always have some way of you overcoming greater odds. So unless it would say decisive defeat, I would advise you to just go in. You know, you could win this battle with, you know, fairly weaker armies than what we've got. That was a shot from my Casket of Souls. It is not able to do a lot of damage because, of course, of the wooded area, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. And over here, there's the only hidden units that I have yet to discover, which I discovered now with my Carrion. And now I'm gonna go away. And now I remember, okay, that's gotta be the last of their units, so no point me sending anyone else. I'm just gonna overrun this infantry and go for those trolls and giants. Such a beautiful sight when you engage infantry units like this on both sides. Yeah, the chariots do a tremendous amount of damage to units that are not bracing. So even if he would have... Oh, stop firing, Casket of Souls. Even if they wouldn't have anti-infantry bonuses, they would already be powerful. But look at this. Immediate rout, and they're not coming back. So Settra went in to try and push the enemy to attacking us, and that works. So right now, because I've destroyed so many of the enemy units, I'm feeling that even just a couple of shots would send him out to... would send him away routing. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Just sending in some units, trying to attack every single unit here. I believe I even sent someone to the enemy lord. That was a hit on that troll. And he's getting up? Are you kidding me? That's a Stallone level, you know, a Rocky level getting up after being hit. I mean, he was lunged like 4-5 meters away. I mean, that's amazing. Okay, decisive victory. Yeah, instead of a valiant defeat. So, decisive victory, let's get some more gold, because we do want that gold. We get the Captured God, that's good. Crown of Nehekhara, that's awesome, actually. I get all the best stuff, actually, without suffering too much, so my army didn't suffer too much. Let me give some sort of weapons to this guy. And there's some control there, that's cool. It's still King Agatep. I forgot to change to the actual one, to the Dynasties one, so yeah, forgive me about it. Let's get Sun-Scorched Bones, spread the control, and Settra is just fine. Let me see if I can move in to attack Suddenburg, in case the... oh, they have two armies with... Okay, that one's gonna get wrecked. That's for sure. The AI doesn't like when you have... You know, the auto-resolve doesn't like when you have unhealthy units. So likely that's gonna be a problem. Now, I can amazingly get this pyramid and this pyramid just because I did that quest. So that's turn 16. I'm already starting these pyramids, which will be done on turn 25. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I think that's a good timing. You can, of course, get them much sooner, but I don't feel like it's worth getting them so soon. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna have to wait a little bit on to gather so much money, and I don't feel that's a good idea. I much rather develop everything like I've been developing. So I'm gonna salvage a little bit here and build up that resource building. Oh, it costs 900. Oh. So I think I can trade off a little bit more for gold. And as I've told you, it's better to just sell golden daggers. No, they're golden, you know. Wait a minute. Why is it not? Oh, I haven't sold it yet. Oh. I believe it's much better to salvage those. It gives me 500 gold. Yeah, So it's in essence 500 gold every 100 canopy jars, so that's good. Now I spend a turn and we have a few bones and bodies for miscast base chance, and instead we could get, oh yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. So faction destroyed the top knots. That means Scarbrand is coming. That means Scarbrand is coming, and it's actually turn 17. That's as close as I could get. So Settra the Imperishable. Let's see what is happening. He's likely sieging. He's not. He's not sieging. That gives me time. And can I get the Plain of Tuskers? Yeah, he has the second army here. Oh yeah. Oh, please let me have the entire province. Let me see if I can snipe the entire province. And he's likely going to go for El Calabat or Black Tower of Arcany next. Yeah, he's retreating. That's okay. That's one less lord there. He doesn't have anything. And I can fight this out. Yeah, I can auto-resolve it. But at this moment, I feel like, yeah, let's have a siege. Why not? I could have wait for one turn for the siege weapons, but no, I think I'm gonna fight at the battle. Should be fine. So we're still without the siege rework, so I still have the ladders. They're gonna go, my infantry is gonna go over to the ladders, and then I'm gonna send my single entities to knock on that gate while my Cascade of Souls destroys some of the missile infantry. Sending in the infantry units later on. My hero is gonna go on this gate, and the Carrion is going to go against those halberdiers, which are the lord, basically, the lord unit or the captain unit. And these guys, I just approached them here because they can shoot, you know, and to see if they could fire. They don't have angle of fire, so they're going to send them in. Now, Carrion coming in for the bombs, by the way. Carrion with bombs would be just terrific, actually. I think that ability to drop rocks should go to them, and then suddenly this unit would be much better. But of course it wouldn't be as unique for the Lizardman to have. That's half the health. That's awesome. It's a halberd unit. That's why I'm not jumping on them. Otherwise I would, to capitalize on the leadership bomb that is losing so much health immediately. And now time to gather our ladders and attack. Settra is already knocking on their gates. Yeah. That's a reinforced gate, but it won't survive for too long. By the gods, what is that thing, says the Empire soldier. Yep. That's what faith, steel, and gunpowder is there for. You gotta knock that thing out. I'm completely sure they won't be able to, because I fought the battle already. But yeah, that's what the Empire needed to do here. So coming in with some Nehekhara warriors, don't be afraid of sending the Tomb King's infantry, especially after you buff them with redline skills and a little bit of research, as I've done, because they'll do just nicely with some support. And the AI will, you know, typically if the gates are destroyed, they'll try to move away from the walls, which is your main target. So you can get a few good shots at them. I actually brought in the Carrion, as you saw, and I was attacking the handgunners, so there's no support for this infantry at the walls. And now I can just survive there pretty well. Halberds, spears, swords, those are not too troublesome. The great swords could be, but still, these are Tomb Guard and Nehekhara warriors. They're good against infantry. And when they go down like this, they just meet Settra and the Cameron War Sphinx that I've brought in. So that Cameron War Sphinx looks nice. 4 archers there, just shooting anything that they can find, and the Carrion is doing some damage as well. So yeah. Such a nice scenario, actually. I do think that people don't really get to see the maps. That's why I do these cinematics, trying to help you guys see some of what you may miss while playing, because of course when you're playing you're having to micro these. Overall, I'm gonna send all my chariots over here to this halberd unit, and yes, it's a halberd unit, but that's a problem. Oh, there's some textures in the air there, as you can see. That's a Z-axis problem, basically. There's whoever applied those textures, you know, missed the Z-axis over there. So yeah, sometimes there's these small bugs on battle maps, and the big problem is that they're not as impactful, let's say. So that's why they don't get fixed, even though they're likely the easiest things to fix. But that's why they don't get fixed. And of course, they gotta be reported. So yeah, so far so good. Jumping on enemies. Now they've built this barricade, which is so nice to see. Actually, I pull off, a nice barricade here for us. But we're going to send the Cameron War Sphinx against it. So, yep. Sending in some crossbowmen or archers, actually, to that. But it won't do what he needs. The Carrion is going to go through, and then the Cameron War Sphinx is going to destroy that barricade, and with it, the units. Carrion, go on. Oh, it has... I haven't spotted too much of their animations. I know that they do an animation like a vulture going for food, But overall, yeah, nothing too much of the ordinary. So that was destroyed. That's good. I did lose out a little bit of some units there. Now I'm thinking if I had anything that would reduce the enemy proficiency in my territory, I would, but I don't have that. Like, movement speed or anything like that, but I don't have that. I have for my own. But I believe I can reach... I've done what I want, but I believe I can reach El Calabat if it's necessary. Oh, he conquered the Great Desert of Araby. So I'm gonna get surrounded. I'm gonna get surrounded, and hopefully this is gonna work well. So this is a decision that costed me a little bit. Cost me just a couple of turns. So what I was thinking is maybe I could get a hero, but that takes 2 turns. And I'm not really worried too much about it. And I was thinking on getting already a 3rd army. Wisdom of the 2nd Dynasty, that would be cool. But I thought, well, maybe I have time for the armor. And then I'm going to stop 2 turns. So I'm going to stop it at 2 turns. And the error there is that I could have a 3rd army much faster. And I believe I'm going to need it. So if you're with me, and especially after seeing this, I was like, oh, I have some units to recruit, and I could recruit some units, so that would be great, but I don't have space in my armies, and that's a big problem, let's say, for the Tomb Kings, because you kind of don't want to destroy your army, to disband units until you're ready to recruit units, and the worst part when you disband is that your power goes weaker, and even if it is for a turn, it might be just the turn that they attack, and while I'm having, the greenskins roam my land, I certainly don't want that to happen. So I'm just getting income. It's 1,300. It's going to double very, very soon, actually. So I can have a nice enchanted lapis mace. It costs the same 100. It doesn't cost gems. It just requires them to be built. So I thought, yeah, that's good. It has magical attacks, which will help against the greenskins if I ever fight them, or will help against demons, which I will definitely fight. So yeah. Yeah.
I'll crush them all.
All right. We can reach El Calabat. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, can I reach? Oh, yeah, I can reach. Good. So, yeah, I'm gonna decisive victory this one. And I already got way more territory than I was expecting from this. I'm gonna get dyes, that's good. I'm gonna get some income. I can upgrade that, but I feel like I should spend the money in other buildings like in Khemri. The Black Tower of Archon, he's likely gonna get it. He may attack the raiding camp there as well, so who knows. But I'm thinking Khemri, yeah, I can get some Tomb Guards. I can get some armor for Necrotex, that's good. We're gonna start, not for Necrotex, for construct units. So I think that's great, actually. And he has everything but the ceremonial badges, which is missile resistance. Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Yeah, we're gonna fight armies that have missiles with you know, with even Bretonia brings them. Thorek is nearby. Yeah. Definitely. Greenskins also have it. So yeah. And this is what I'm thinking. Like, I may not have the time to have just 2 armies to defend this entire land. Because I wasn't expecting to get so much land, you know? I was expecting, like, maybe for them to waste some of their armies, maybe betray them. But in this case, I'm taking the land, so I don't need to attack the Greenskins. Which is kind of silly. I never saw this happen to anyone else. I always saw them, you know, struggle against Wurzag a little bit, so I was expecting that. Now, don't have the gold for that, but I do have some gold. I'm earning 2,000, which for the Tomb Kings is a lot already, especially at this time of the game. So yeah, can get a hold the line. It's not bad. If it was melee attack as well, that would be better. It's not worth the weapon slot there. I can craft a blue crab. So spell resistance is the worst resistance, but I don't mind it at all. I don't mind that, actually. Yeah, I don't have a lot of them, so maybe I don't spend it right now, but that's definitely an item that I can have. And I can get there. Why is not the icon? Oh, he's already sieging from the other side. Wanna bet? Let me see it. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, there's no icon, so hold on, it's sieging it. And there's Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet. Oh, he has a big army, actually. So, look at the Greenskins, they have 3 armies with Wog. That's 6 armies here near my place. Oh. And Tzeentch captured? Oh, it must have used the Changer of Ways. So we're close to Tzeentch now. I'm hoping that triggers Wurzag to go against Tzeentch, actually. Yeah, faction encountered on over there, the Oracles of Tzeentch. Ugh. So, Khemri. I know I can upgrade some of these places to get some better units. I'm focused on the Tomb Guard because that's the ones that I'm going to use for Settra. But I could upgrade for Necropolis Knights and Sepulchral Stalkers there. So this is where I decide, yeah, I really want Rakah of the Second Dynasty. This one, I won't be able to abuse the fact that he has those units yet. So I'm thinking that's the best one. Let me check the wisdoms. This one is good because of Ushabti. This one is a good lord to have Ushabti with. You know, a full army of Ushabti, it's always nice to see. Wisdom of the 5th Dynasty, Wisdom of the 6th Dynasty, the Heralds Empowered. I can get the Heralds, actually, but that's 500 cost. Let me check every single one. So this is Frenzy for Ushabti, that's a good one to have with that Lord that buffs Ushabti as well, so you combine those. The Tomb Guard is good for Settra. The Glorious Charge for Skeleton Shard. So here's the problem with this Herald. It's one of the most easily obsolete ones, because you can have a Tomb Guard giving the Vanguard deployment, and you have a Landmark giving the Glorious Charge. So why do we need that Herald? It's one of the worst at this moment because it doesn't make sense. So I think I could get the Herald of Settra, but it takes 2 turns. So I'm thinking no. I'm thinking actually I do want the Wisdom of the Second Dynasty. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for the second one. I thought I had the time to do that research, but that was a mistake in retrospect. So because I could have already 8 turns for the next army, which would combine much better with my overall progress. So now I want to keep a good presence here. I'm ambushing just to make sure that if the Greenskins attack me, at least I'll have some chance of defending well against them. You know, an ambush gives me control over things. Let me just get diplomacy and see if there's anything there. It's amazing that they actually like me, so I could get another progression pact with them. And their strength rank 3. Oof. Yeah, these guys, the Chevaliers, likely are going to attack them. Yeah, they're likely going to attack them. And maybe if Khorne would attack the Greenskins, I would be so good. It would be so good, you know? I think they start at war with the Sentinels, so that can also work in my behalf. So I'm pretty sure they attack and they take out the Black Tower next turn, but that will be next episode as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.